Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Thursday, August 28th, 2014. Well, yesterday I had a problem with my internet provider, who was Time Warner, and I guess I heard some news out there that they had a nationwide outage of sorts. Definitely affected me here, although it was up by about 7 or 7:30 local time here, but I had an early appointment, so I was not able to squeeze a video in, and I really missed that. I feel bad when I'm not able to do that. But anyway, let's take a look at news reports. From Thursday, we didn't get a chance to do those yesterday. Thursday's durable goods orders is up slightly, if I remember right. The Case-Shiller Home Price Index is down a tad, and which means that home prices have declined a bit, I think, for the month. And then consumer confidence was up. Actually, durable goods orders was had quite a pop. Over here from yesterday, the petroleum status report. Don't really know what it means, but they're turning out, the refineries are running at 93%, which is pretty high. There was a period of time when I think that there's only like 70% because of them being down for maintenance. I think that it's a regular annual happening, and it of course pumps up the price of fuel. So for today we have GDP, gross domestic product, which should be interesting, and jobless claims were the big hitters, and pending home sales index at 10 o'clock. And then let's look into the future a tad. Tomorrow we have some announcements early, or one before the market opens. And then Monday is a holiday here in the U.S., so no video, no trading, unless you're doing futures, no nothing. Futures, because there's no stocks traded on the U.S. market, most of the futures like the S&P, etc., probably will have very, very light trading, because in theory, prices won't change very much. But you still have oil, which is a worldwide, global type of trading environment. And I'm not sure if the wheats and the soybeans and stuff like that, I'm not sure what they trade like, but I don't trade futures at this time, so I'm not real concerned about it. So enough babble from me. Okay, let's take a look across the ponds. We're mixed to slightly bearish in Asia, and in Europe we are bearish across the board. Let's see here, giant iPad. Yeah. What else we got here? Home prices hit 70-month high. That's not what the home pricing index said. Oh well. Maybe in some areas of the country like Washington, D.C., where all the money is, or in California, where all the money is, or in Texas, where all the work is being done. And here in the Midwest, blah. Okay, that looks like either carpenter ants or termites, one or the other. That's all I really see here that looks interesting. Giant iPad. Wow, that's weird looking, isn't it? It looks like he's holding a small TV. Not interested. Very pricey products. Okay. Over here in the U.S., futures look like so they are going to gap down. Oil is up almost $8 overnight, finally. I mean, gold is up. I'm sorry. I was thinking gasoline and oil before. And oil actually is down a tad. Okay, and you can see that I am no longer in Amazon and Tesla. And we'll take a look at those as we go through the A+ list. Alright, let's get cracking here. And maybe get out a little bit early today. And need to get in sync here. There we go. Okay, Alt-Tab, Alt-Tab. Alright, Apple's our first one that's up. We were hoping for it to come down and hit this target. Looked like as though it was moving smartly towards it, and then we get a little hook here. So is this a 20 delta? Well, I would take a look at a 20 delta on Apple, especially with open like we have today. So I'm going to put them down for a 20 delta if it continues up. Not sure if it's going to or not. Let's take a look. Bid ask 101, 80, and 89. Yeah, it looks like as though it's going to gap down at the open. Here's our last trade yesterday. That's which is that 102.13 that we should be seeing. 102.57 was the high. Close. I can't see it. Close up here. The C is 102.13, 102.13, and it's probably trading already. Yes, 7,373 shares traded so far today, and they're trading below this 102.13, so it's probably going to gap down at the open. Alright, but looking at this chart, however, I mean, if it moves back up during the day, even though if it gaps down at the open, we may get a red hook down, it'll change back to a green on the daily chart. The intraday chart, different story, depending on when it moves back up, if it moves back up. Let's see, Amazon. Okay, Amazon, we got in here, and we pulled in $1.03 credit, and I bought it back yesterday for 13 cents, so we made 90 cents on that trade, and there was two of them, so that's 180 bucks. Minus 50 minus $5 in transaction costs. So that was a good trade. So what do we have going on now? I got out because I was at like 80% profit on it, and there was no use in my mind waiting for another $10 or $20 and risking the whole thing. So I got out. And let's see if that was a smart thing to do here. 343, 340, yeah. There's already 149 shares traded, and it looks like as though it's probably looking at the midpoint between here, 340, 150 or whatever, or 342 actually. If that holds, it's going to gap down a little bit. So I'm glad I got out. Baidu. Yeah, Baidu is not looking real good right now. I need to, I don't know why this will not hold. Okay, it's at the bottom of this channel that I drew here. And actually, if we were to take a look at it over the last 2 weeks, it's definitely in a downtrend. Looks like the 20 is rolling over, so there's really nothing to be had here, in my opinion, which is why we do not have and we're going to, let's see here, do not remove drawing, this one back here. Okay, do not have anything marked on this. There's just nothing going on. Don't like the looks of it. Chipotle. Don't like the looks of it either. Very choppy. Can't figure out what's going on. Oops. Alright, I believe I was on Chipotle. Or I just had finished with Chipotle. And not seeing anything here worth doing anything about. Costco, it's definitely in setup mode. Alright. We have double red down, nice uptrend, nice solid uptrend, nice little consolidation here. And if it moves back up, it's continuing its momentum. And we want to get in with a 50 delta. So we'll be looking at that today. And let's get rid of that. Alright, let's take a look, just a quick look at the Dow. I think we're going to have a little bit of a gap down at the open today. Whether that's an indication of a new bear market or not, I don't know. We shall see. Take a quick look at gold. All over the place, isn't it? It's just all over the place. But we're getting indications that momentum is building to the upside. We shall see about that. Google. Okay, Google not looking real good here. We have a PPS down. Kind of matches what we're seeing here. We can see though that if we wanted to do a bearish trade on Google, that our indicators would have gotten us in a full 3 days before PPS. It's not like as though we got a competition. We're just doing an observation. So we came smartly right up to the top of this channel and then smacked her down. So let's see how that one works out. Should have gotten in on that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I mean, it wasn't a nice trend. That's what I was thinking back then. A nice uptrend. You know, like it was recovering. And then down she goes. So that's a sad thing for Google. At least for them. But for us, if we have a new downtrend, now we might have a target up here. But it's too early to tell. So we will hold off on that. However, LinkedIn is a different story. And looks like we're headed down to our target area. NDX. I have to slide this over a little bit because it's just not coming into our tradable area here, but we may get a move over the next couple of days. Looks like we have kind of a topping pattern here, and I think that SPX, we're going to see the same thing. Netflix. Who else did? Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. Close Tesla. Netflix is almost to set up. Almost. Let's move this over. Almost to set up. We just need to get it below this 30. And I think that's probably going to work in our favor today as well. So a lot of the big hitters, not all of them, but a lot of them, looks like as though there is a flag forming, or it could be a pullback, or it could just be a consolidation. Who the heck knows? Looking though at momentum, it doesn't look good for some of them. Price line. What the heck was that? Price line. I'm taking this off of here. I don't like it. Too much consolidation. We just had a rollover here on the 20. I'm removing my target. No longer at this time interested in a 50 delta trade. We'll take a look at it maybe for a 20. And it looks like as though we may end up having a target up here for a bear call. Looking at the Russell, target's down here, waiting for a move down to it. SPX, the magic number on SPX is 2000, and it's like having a psychological barrier, as they call it. Big round numbers like 2000, that's a pretty darn big round number. It's having a little problem digesting it, so we may get a move down here into our target area today and or tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. See if it's tradable at that time. And Tesla, we got in, collected $1.19 on it, and I sold it for $1, or I bought it back for $1.13. So I made 6 cents on that. So it made $6. Actually, it made $12, and I had $10 in trading fees for it. So it's flat. I got out because it just wasn't doing anything. And what are we looking at for a possible? We have 8 shares traded, 260, 262, and 263.50, or 262.50 is where our short strike is. So I'm glad got out of there. 262, yeah. So glad I'm out of it. And last but not least is Visa. Visa looks like as though, are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? I don't know. What do you guys think? Here's a gap from this earnings announcement. Doesn't even look like it's going to be able to fill it. I'm not sure if this is valid anymore or not, but we'll keep an eye on it. But we definitely have to move it way over because we have this violation. So if the trend continues up, we're going to need to move back up here above 70, preferably though above 80, and then come back down and hit our target. And that's it for today. Again, a reminder, Monday is a holiday, no trading, no video, and well, that's it. So thanks a heap for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.